My lords, I'm going to focus on mercury today, and it's not because ozone-depleting substances and fluorinated greenhouse gases, nor detergents for that matter, aren't extremely important, but there is something about mercury because it is so toxic and in use for quite a number of developmental practices. And so I am quite concerned that it's being taken completely seriously. It is a huge problem, exposure to mercury, and there's a sort of global pool that moves around between air, water, sediment, soil, and of course, organisms, including ourselves. It's a highly toxic metal, which causes significant harm to human health and to ecosystems. And particular concern, of course, is the levels of mercury in the sea, in the oceans, where mercury accumulates up the food chain and reaches humans in concentrated amounts through the consumption of seafood. It certainly put me off seafood. The most damaging human health impact is exposure to pregnant women and unborn children, with permanent impacts on brain function. So we absolutely have to take it seriously and make sure that we are doing as much as we possibly can to render it safe. Now, the EU has taken the problem of mercury very seriously, and it has implemented the legislation we're discussing today and set in Europe the goal of becoming mercury-free. Now, that's quite an ambition. Is it the government's intention to reduce mercury to zero? And when will the UK eliminate mercury usage entirely? Also, something that the government is going to do something about internationally, because I think we've all seen newspaper stories about children who are looking for gold, actually using mercury to separate the gold out, and that's absolutely horrific. And so there is the argument, and perhaps it's done already, and I don't know, for actually labelling all gold from that sort of production process as mercury gold, and explain to people why perhaps they shouldn't buy it. It is, I think, part of our role as an engaged nation to actually deal with this problem internationally. It's not something we can turn our back on. And mercury polluted sites can wash out into watercourses and then mercury released into the air. So what is the government going to do to decontaminate mercury from the environment and remediate damaged ecosystems? I do hope the Minister can answer my questions, and if not, perhaps he can write me.